Hello guys, how is the good evening? I hope everybody is doing fine. Welcome one, welcome all. Uh, we are going to have something that we are going to be doing, and we are going to be saying it over and over and over until it sinks in our minds. Remember, our core is the core of Ubuntu, is to make sure that we transform our thinking from that which is intoxicated to that which we best understand as Africans. In the talk is a quote from Martin Luther. It is going to be, if you cannot fly, then you have to learn. If you cannot learn, then you have to walk. If you cannot walk, then you have to crawl. But the fact is that we need to keep on moving forward. Remember, we are moving from the world of lamentation into the world of implementation. In this discussion today, we are going to be discussing about four important and cardinal things in a developing country. Four important and cardinal things through the direction in which a country must be moving as it is developing. The first thing and the first important thing on this chapter that I just want us to discuss about education. You know, education is one of the most important things, if you didn't know. It's the backbone of every developing country. The backbone of every developing country. Why do I say that education is one of the most important things in a developing country? All the sectors in the world, a person who comes up with this type of a pen at this moment is somebody who is educated. He's been trained to work in that field, and he does better in that field because of what it is education. Do you know the reason why China today is doing fine? It is because of that China has equipped its people with a lot of skills. And in this education, I want to share with you that there are two types of education that we have. There is the formal education and the informal education, and the other type of education that we collectively get from different sources minus us knowing is also important. As an African, what we are supposed to know at this point in time, it is that we need to know who we are. I took a survey within my own country, Zambia, and I came to a conclusion to say that those people that say that Africa herself, she must not run away from the practical system of learning to the book-based system of learning. This must be also put into consideration. I took a survey and I looked at there are some people that went to school, and after going to school they came up with a garage just within some towns in Zambia. And I'm speaking as an African, of which we are supposed to put these things into consideration even as we are lamenting, as we are moving from the world of lamentation into implementing these things that we are talking about. A certain man went to school and he studied mechanics, and he established a garage. He started teaching people from within the compounds that have not acquired the formal education that most of the people have acquired. What he did is that he started teaching them this mechanics, and those people, they became best mechanics. That person who went to school to learn about how to fix things, he was just doing less more of a supervision system of work. So what is that has to do with an African child? It shows that an African child is one type of a human being who is very good when it comes to the issue of practicing a certain knowledge. You know, it is an inborn thing. So some of these things that come in our way, they come to swell us from the system of human beings that we are into taking us to the systems of human beings that others want us to be. But we are not supposed to run away from this fact. How did our forefathers live? What about the person who started education? What kind of life was that person living? He was living a life. You know, everybody was living a system of life that they learned something from other people. So what am I trying to put across? It is that as it stands right now in Africa, or rather in the entire world, when a person fails grade 9 or grade 12, starting from the family to the society, they are meant to feel as if they have failed completely in life. The only thing that they should, or they must be thinking at the particular moment, it is on how they are going to write their exams and some other systems of learning. So now, what am I trying to put across? It is that we are supposed to invest much in the skills, learning as much as we have invested in the professional systems of work, where people they put on white collars and blue collars of works. We are also supposed to make sure that we equip our people with the skills that are needed in order for them to survive, even when they don't have the formal system of education. Because you know, when you look at this, a person fails grade 9 or grade 12, he is looked bad, and he's demonized by the society, and looked at as if he's the person who has completely failed in life. So now, what are we supposed to do as a country that is trying to develop on the system of education that we have? There must be something to be done in order for us to move in the correct direction. We are supposed to know that this system of education that we have, in as much as we appreciate it, but there are some parts in which we must condemn it, because there are certain parts of this same education that we have that do not benefit in life, but there are some that benefit in life. So what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to know ourselves as Africans and do that which is the best for us. Most of the Chinese companies that have been established along Africa, go and check the people that are working there. A Chinese man would not ask if that person has a paper or what, but what a Chinese man is interested in knowing, do you know how to do it? If you know how to do it, then you are the better person I'm looking for. You are given a job. So that is how it must be with an African child. Our mindset, let it not be that of paperwork, because as it is at the moment, you find that those people that knows the paperwork, when you bring them on the ground, they will not perform as much as they are supposed to perform. I think with education for today, we can end there. We are moving on to agriculture. Agriculture is part of the most things in which African governments and as the entire Africa, the United Africa, they must come up with the policies that are going to enhance the movement in the agricultural product, is developing it to the level whereby Africa must be able to feed its people. It reminds me of a story that I read when I was in school, where it is commonly known as the animal farm, where the old major sat down and put the animals all together to say that is this land where we live poor enough not to feed us. But what I'm going to tell you is that Africa is not poor. Africa is rich, both in mineral resources and as well as agriculture. But do you know the reason why we are not